What is going on, YouTube family? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video. It's been a minute since I filmed a physician assistant school video for you guys, and so since I'm still in my white coat and my get up for the day that I just had at the hospital, I thought why not get in front of the camera and talk to you guys about my current rotation, which is behavioral medicine or psych. I've been kind of talking about making this video for the last couple videos, so if you guys are not interested in hearing it all about my physician assistant school journey and my current rotation in psych, then just stay tuned for the next video. It'll be back to like the whole fitness vlog, maybe a food challenge kind of thing, but part of my audience is like medically based, and so I've gotten some questions about making this video and what psych is like, so I thought that I would give my experience on this rotation and share it with you guys. Obviously, because of HIPAA and a whole lot of other circumstances, I can't really like share too much with you guys, and then also I can't really bring my camera to the facility where I'm doing my rotation because there's a metal detector, and we really do take patient privacy seriously, so I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about the rotation, and if you guys have any questions that I can answer, if I'm able to answer them, I will do so in the comment section. So yeah, today's Thursday of week 5 of my rotation. This behavioral medicine rotation is 6 weeks long, so I'm like well into the rotation, gonna be finishing it up next week and taking my end of rotation exam. So to give you guys some like perspective into what kind of experience I've had, I've been at an inpatient psychiatric center, mental hospital, whatever you want to call it. So it's a little different than a typical psych experience you might get at an outpatient setting. The types of patients I see are a little different than probably the more common ones that you would see at an outpatient setting, but it's a lot of the same things that you would see. We see a lot of depression, we see a lot of bipolar disorder, we see a lot of schizophrenia, we see a lot of personality disorders. You name it, we probably see it. But it's been really good to be at this facility because everyone there is super knowledgeable, super friendly, and super helpful. And so I really do feel like I've learned a lot on this rotation, because prior to this one, I really didn't know how to take a really good focused psychiatric history. And now, after having this rotation, I feel like I can go into my next rotation, internal medicine, and tackle some of the more psychiatric-based complaints with more ease. But anyways, I want to tell you guys a little bit of like what a typical day looks like on my psych rotation. And basically, I get there at 8:30 in the morning. I like go through the metal detector and everything, get to the psych unit, and then the first thing that happens in the morning is the morning meeting. And so that is where we all get together, the students, some of the staff, the social workers, the psychiatrists, the psychologists, and some of the nurses, and we basically just talk about who our new admits are for the day, and we also talk about who needs to be staffed. And basically, staffing is the equivalent of like rounding on patients, if you will. The state actually mandates that we see each of the patients that's been admitted into the hospital at least 3 times per week. So we figure out who needs to be seen today, and then my personal psychiatrist that I'm rotating with doesn't show up until like around 10:30 or 11. So I pretty much go with the other psychiatrist that's there, and I pretty much get to observe and sometimes help out with whichever patients that she needs to staff. And so we sit down with the patient, see how they're improving, how we can help them feel better, how the medication's working, if that's what we've decided to do for their therapy, and we basically just make adjustments. And our end goal obviously is to get them out of the hospital and back into normal community and back with their family, back with their friends, basically just get them back on their feet. And so it's really cool to be a part of that experience. But yeah, so after all the staffing is done, there's a little bit of downtime to like study. If we have a new admit coming in, then I will review the chart for that patient, see like what past psychiatric illnesses they might have had, why they were at the ER, because most of our patients come from the ER to the mental hospital. And so I'll look at the ER notes, kind of see like what was going on, just get a good idea of who the patient is before we even meet them. And then my attending psychiatrist shows up anywhere between like 10:30, 11:30, and then we start seeing our patients for the day. So we will see the new admits. We typically spend more time with those, probably close to an hour. And then we also do our staffing. So we check up on our specific patients that are underneath my psychiatrist that need to be staffed for the day. And we check up on them, see how the medication's working, how their sleep is, you know, how their appetite is. It obviously just depends on why they're at the hospital in the first place, the types of questions and whatnot we ask them. But the most rewarding thing for me about this rotation is because I get to see a lot of these patients daily, it's super cool to see how they come in and how they change throughout their visit there, how they improve. We've had a few patients really extend their gratitude and thankfulness for helping them in their situation, which has been super cool to have that like immediate like feedback and know that you're making a difference in someone's life. So psych for me has been really cool. I'm actually really thankful and really blessed to have had this inpatient experience. I honestly wouldn't have traded it for any other experience. But yeah, we pretty much see the new admits, do the staffings, we eat lunch in the mix. Sometimes it's 30 minutes, sometimes it's an hour lunch, just depends on the workload of the day. There's actually a number of classes that go on throughout the day that some of the staff puts on, and so whenever we have some free time, me and the other students will go ahead and go sit in on those classes with some of the patients. A lot of the classes are about like stress management, different types of therapy, and like just basically giving the patients the tools so that way when they get out of the hospital, they can better basically manage whatever disease or pathology, mental illness is plaguing them. So I also thought I'd show you guys which material I've been using to study all these psychiatric conditions and prepare for my end of rotation exam. So this first thing I've been using as of recently is the DSM-5 Made Easy textbook. I'll link the Amazon link to this down below. You can rent it, purchase it. I purchased it just because I'm somewhat interested in psych, so I might actually pursue a career in it. And I thought that having this would be super helpful. But what I actually really like about this book is that not only does it tell you about the conditions, but it also gives like patient like scenarios and presentations of the specific complaints. So like in here you'll have like a vignette of like major depressive disorder or bipolar 1 or schizophrenia with, you name it, schizoaffective disorder. Whatever it is, this book has it. It's been awesome. So yeah, I definitely recommend this one. And then I also have been using Pants Prep Pearls. If you guys have been following the channel for a while, you guys know that I pretty much use this on every rotation. It's more comprehensive. The psych section in this book is like only 30 pages, so it's nice to have something that has a little bit more material. I've also been doing the Rosh review questions and the Smarty Pants questions, which are always super helpful and I feel like are good reinforcers of the material that you read. Highly recommend. But yeah guys, this is going to wrap up today's video. I wish I could like take the camera with me and like do like a day in the life of like the mental hospital kind of thing, but I really don't think that that is appropriate, and I'm sure you guys agree with me on that one. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video and took something away from it. If you did, smash that thumbs up button. Again, leave me comments down below if you have any questions. If I can answer them, I will for you guys. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you stay up to date on all future videos. And until next time, fam, God bless.